Today I'm going to show you how to build a Zapier Zap that will take email addresses from the Studio Director and transfer them into your MailChimp application. And before you get started in any of this, you'll want to contact us at support@thestudiodirector.com. Let us know what application you're trying to integrate with and what kind of data and what fields and how you plan to subset the data for the data that you plan to transfer from Studio Director into that app. And then we can advise you on which triggers to use, and we can set up a definition that properly subsets the data that you want. Today I've already done that, so I'm just going to show you how to build the Zap, which is what your next step would be. And to do that, you can go ahead and click right now I'm logged into Zapier, and you can click the Make a Zap button. And you would pick the Studio Director as your trigger app. That's where you're sourcing the data. And the data I'm going to use today is emails. And I'll go ahead and click Save and Continue. Now here, I've already connected to a Studio Director account. If you haven't connected to an account yet, this is where you would click the Connect an Account button, and it will ask you for an API key. In the Studio Director, on the Admin tab, under Studio Information, Zapier, there is a Get API Key button. If you click on that, it will give you the API key, and you can paste that in, and that will connect the account. Here I've already connected, so I'm just going to go ahead and continue. At this point, it wants to know which emails I want to transfer. This is the definition that we'll create for you, so we'll tell you what to pick. In this case, you just pick that. And you have to assign a trigger name. This trigger name is what's going to appear in the Studio Director. That's how it's going to refer to this particular trigger. So I'll call it New Emails, and I'll go ahead and continue. At this point, it's going to want to pull in sample data from the Studio Director. So I'll click Pull in Samples, and it'll show me a sample email, and I can look at it, and then I'll go ahead and accept that and click Continue. At this point, I need to create the action step. So that is the MailChimp action that's going to put the emails into MailChimp. So I'll go ahead and click here to add an action, and I'll click the other application, MailChimp, and I'll add update subscriber and click Save and Continue. And again, I've already connected to this account, but this is where you would connect to your MailChimp account if you needed to. Save and Continue. And at this point, you have to pick a list in MailChimp. So I'll pick my Zapier Test 1 list. That's what I want to add these subscribers to. The email is going to come from the Studio Director, and then I will click Continue, and it'll want to do a test, so I'll go ahead and click Send the test to MailChimp, and it says the test was sent successfully, so I'll go ahead and click Finish. And now it wants me to name the Zap, so I'll call this one MailChimp, and I'll go ahead and turn my Zap on. And at this point, I'm finished. Each night, my Zap will run. It'll be triggered from Studio Director, and it will send new emails into MailChimp.